It's a brisk night in the Midwest, but we've got football at Paycor Stadium in the Queen City of Cincinnati, Ohio.
Tonight, the stage is set for our final Thursday night game of the year between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gordon. To my left, Charles Davis. And Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Taken at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Leading the charge will be their quarterback, always fun to watch, Deshaun Watson.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 12 carries, 62 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
On 2nd and 1, Watson. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-zip.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. Now it's Watson. Open receiver, that's Caden Smith, the tight end.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Now Watson. Then the hook up here to Allen Robinson.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Watson on 1st down. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. But he's brought down to the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10.
Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game. Like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
They'll run with Chubb, and he takes this one in for a Browns score. Nick Chubb, that's rushing touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Browns put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the one being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 33 in the first. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the C's opened up for him. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. The numbers a week ago for Chase. 4 catches, 73 yards.
Look, I know everybody wants to be number 1 in everything they do, but he's number 2 in the league in receiving yards. That's a strong number, a strong year, and they want that to continue.
On 2nd down now, Metcalf, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. The Bengals at 8-6 now on the year. And they come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
In motion goes the tight end. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. And they'll send the tight end in motion. On 3rd down, Burrow. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 15-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Open man is Chase, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 1st down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. They'll try the left side. Metcalf, and a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Metcalf. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. DK Metcalf. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Bengals are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense.
And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again, but I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
7-7, our score after one. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks, as they've got it with a third down coming up. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. Fourth down, and on is Ty Long to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taking it about the 36. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you've got that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. They'll try the left side. Metcalf. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
65 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
He's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
In motion left, the tight end. On first down, Metcalf. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. DK Metcalf with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals have moved out in front. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Just a full play drive that time. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
25 yards that time.
It's a game of 25 yards. First down.
Now Chubb running right, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfect.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Trey Hendrickson has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to a quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
This will be taken at the 10. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books. But it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He'll find Metcalf. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Burrow gets this one quickly out wide. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Metcalf, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 73 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. In motion, the tight end. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run on 1st down. Metcalf. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Second down and goal. Burrow. The quick slant caught. Touchdown Bengals. From 4 yards out.
And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Partner using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now 21-7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Cleveland offense making their way out. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
On 1st down, Chubb able to get forward for about 4 as he's taken down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. To throw is Watson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Faking the give, now Watson. Rolling to his left. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that...
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
Offside, defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
From the 50, it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 39. Here's Watson.
He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there.
A second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
First down. Here's Burrow. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
To throw again on second down. Burrow. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And that is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we're into the final 3 weeks of the NFL season. A lot of races going to be coming right down to the wire. Before we get it back to you guys, let's check out what we have coming up this weekend on the Week 16 NFL slate. In the early window on Sunday, one of the best happens up in Pittsburgh. A big one for the Steelers as they'll square off against the LA Chargers. Then, later in the afternoon, we highlight that game going on in Houston, where it'll be the Texans taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. And finally, on Sunday Night Football, they've got a good one lined up between the Arizona Cardinals and the LA Rams. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Browns. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half. These 2 teams making their final adjustments for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Cincinnati and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And the Bengal offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Now it's Burrow. He's going to air one out. And it's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. On 1st and 10, Watson. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. From the 22, Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Robinson. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down.
Holding offense.
Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
It's caught. Cooper. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile we do have an injured player. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Nagar's kick is good.
And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
Long converted the field goal. Now he handles the kickoff duties. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He is hoping to find the end zone for a third time, and we sit now in the third quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
Now Burrow on first down. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted.
And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Watson. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now Watson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Amari Cooper, a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Browns use the short field to get in for 6.
And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Kevin Stefanski going to leave the offense out to go for 2.
Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field.
Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Burrow will throw. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the Browns. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the 2nd half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the 2nd half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game.
48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there, just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Chubb on the counter. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Back to throw, Watson. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Nagar's kick is good.
And that will even our score at 21.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
This one fielded at the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They will throw on first down with Burrow.
A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
On second down, Metcalf. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's in. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 3rd down, Burrow. He'll find Metcalf. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 38-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 38. Up the middle they go. Metcalf. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
You're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
To the right side, he's got Cooper. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Bengals grab it. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so, and there's your end result right there.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Myles Garrett able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now it's Burrow. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow.
That completes it again to Metcalf. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Bengals get an important score there to extend their lead here this 4th quarter. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over. And here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line.
And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
Watson on 1st down. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. They go up the middle with Chubb,
finding space at the 40.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
73 yards rushing now for Chubb and a 1st down as well.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Watson going to keep it again.
Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He gets this in the hands of Mixon.
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, Watson
over the middle. That's caught by Schwartz. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This one from 35 yards away.
Nagar's kick is good.
And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And the Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Metcalf. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First target, first catch, and a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, meaning taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover.
Now Watson.
He's got his receiver, Cooper. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
To throw, Watson. He'll drop this one down to Mixon.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first, Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass.
And the Browns are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Throwing, Burrow.
Left side here taken in by Metcalf.
And he'll get this up past the 45. It's a first down, but the tackle comes in bounds.
In motion goes the tight end.
Here's Burrow.
He's got Higgins over the middle.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Burrow.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown. Forget overtime. They're going to win the football game right now.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
The finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
McPherson now for the extra point.
And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards.
And it ends with what will almost certainly be the game-winning score as the lead is 7 here in the final moments. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Fields the squib kick right around the 30.
And he'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up past the 40-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. One last throw here for Watson.
Completes to Njoku.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Cincinnati, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Browns, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.